It's my honor to ask David Mickley, class of 2006, to offer alumni greetings.
Good afternoon, GAN students. My name is David Mickley, and 15 years ago, I was sitting in your seats as a member of the GAN class of 2006. A little background on me. I grew up in Newton, went to college at Emory, and came back to the Boston area where I held a few jobs in the Jewish community. I worked in recruitment at Prosdor, as a fundraiser at CJP, and then moved to Tel Aviv where I directed the Tamid Fellowship, a summer internship program. Working in Tel Aviv was incredible. What was supposed to be one summer turned into 3 years, and eventually I returned to Boston to go to business school at MIT. I studied finance because that's where all the big donors at CJP seem to make their money, and I ended up finding the subject interesting too. After graduating, I worked at Bridgewater Associates, a hedge fund known for being very big and slightly crazy, and today I lead sales at a cryptocurrency startup. If I have one piece of advice for you, it's buy Bitcoin. Just kidding. This speech is not about encouraging you to buy Bitcoin, nor even go into finance. GAN alum go on to do all sorts of impactful work. Among my classmates include teachers and principals, doctors and nurses, social activists, and nonprofit leaders. My personal career has not been a straight line, as I bounce between the nonprofit, public, and private sectors. But really, if you are interested in buying Bitcoin, talk to me after. To be honest, my time at GAN was a mixed experience. Initially, I didn't want to attend GAN. My parents made me, and they're listening to this right now. After 2 years, they let me transfer to Newton North, where I had pipe dreams of playing for the star-studded basketball team. It took me only 1 month to realize that I had no chance, after which I returned to GAN and had a spot on the varsity basketball team, basically without even trying out. I was the tallest kid at GAN, and while I couldn't dunk, I could grab the rim. And for a Jewish high school, that was more than enough. Once the choice was mine, my experience of GAN was greatly enriched. Not because GAN changed, but because my attitude did. I started to appreciate the phenomenal teachers, like Mr. Cadden and Abby Shapiro, and yeah, we do have a running list of quotes, none of which I will recite today. Sure. As well as my fellow students, who were funny, brilliant, and at the core, good-hearted. While I had close friends, it's not like I was best friends with everyone. If you look around the seats right now, you'll probably see a mix of close friends as well as classmates who you just don't know that well. But what you just went through together, your high school years, will bond you forever. GAN alum continue to pop up in my life in unexpected and impactful ways. Like the classmate who helped me and my wife design our ketubah for our wedding, or the basketball teammate who let me crash on his couch in Tel Aviv for a full month as I scrambled to find an apartment, or the alum who I just bumped into at a crypto conference earlier this month. While your high school experience is over, in a strange way, the impact of it is only just beginning. The relationships you created here begin to matter even more over time. It's sort of like finance. The basic tenet of finance is that you give up something today for something of greater value tomorrow. You just invested your high school years to this group of people, to this community, that includes everyone in this room, as well as those that came before you and those that will come after. And the benefit of that investment is really ahead of you, to be connected to your class here today and the broader GAN alum community. I hope you all take advantage of this benefit. Personally, if I can be helpful to any of you, please reach out. My email is dmickley@gmail.com, and I mean it, reach out. But before looking ahead, I want to encourage you to take a minute to simply recognize today, this moment, now. I forgot a lot of what I learned in high school, but a few things stuck. One piece of poetry I remember is an excerpt from Leaves of Grass by Walt Whitman, which I learned in Mr. Kodish's English class. I wanted to read these words today because to me this poem is about the power of the present. And while a graduation is both a moment to reflect on the past and look to the future, it is also a moment to celebrate today. I'll leave you with these words from Mr. Whitman and allow them to resonate how they may. Stop this day and night with me, and you shall possess the origin of all poems. You shall possess the good of the earth and sun. There are millions of suns left. You shall no longer take things at second or third hand. Congratulations and Mazal Tov class of 2021, and welcome to the GAN alumni community.